Discussion forward. Hero MotoCorp and Bajaj Auto are betting big on the premium motorcycle segment. Hero Moto, together with Harley, announced the launch of X440, and Bajaj Auto today will be launching the 400cc Triumph motorcycle. Does this heat up competition, especially for Eicher Motors? We have with us Basudev Banerjee of ICICI Securities, Rohit Paradkar, Senior Assistant Editor at Overdrive, and Jay Kale of Elara Capital. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining in. Let's first talk about Eicher Motors. You know, Basudev and Jay, and we'd like your comments on it. Rahul just told us the only person at risk in this is the person who has the market share, and that's Eicher with a near 90% market share in the premium motorcycle segment. Yesterday, the stock price fell, but Rahul said he's comfortable buying it at current levels. Basudev, your thoughts on Eicher Motors as things currently stand?
Yeah, so the very point what you mentioned, that the only person, the company who can face risk is who has the market share. But if you look at examples, say in the SUV space, where so many launches happened in the segments like Creta or Seltos got created in last 6-8 years. They were hardly existing in the market. So today, if you look at within the bike market, 350cc plus segment contribute hardly 7% of the market against 14-15% in other developing markets. So the scope for the market to expand itself is there, which will in case absorb the supply from new quality OEMs like a Triumph or a Harley. And one more important aspect, if you look at, is in last 5 years, where total cost of ownership of a premium bike has increased by almost 40%, with the same classic, which on-road price being from 1,80,000 up to 2,30,000. But the demand has only increased and the percentage mix in the bike market has increased. Now, finally, when there are no more such inflationary pressures on the TCO for a premium bike, I won't be surprised if the market itself expands and absorbs this new supply. Yes, Eicher Motors market share being at 90% plus definitely should be under pressure, but anybody at 90% market share can't sustain at those levels for a prolonged period. And that is very much, I suppose, factored in the price per se.
Got that. Jay, would you broadly sort of agree with that assessment that the guy with 90% has got the most to lose? But how does that translate into a view on the stock, Jay, in your opinion?
Yeah, so I mean, you will see, like Basu said, that of course there will be some bit of market expansion. Consumers have more options now, versus largely one option. Now they probably will have 3 credible options going forward. So definitely market expansion is something that will happen. But one also needs to see that we've seen a lot of price increases that we've for this segment as well as the overall two-wheeler segment. And RE being one of kind of 90% market share, it had the leeway of taking those price increases. But now with the extremely kind of competitive pricing from Harley, and we need to see what Bajaj comes in. The competition is definitely heated up over here, and that could, to a certain extent, restrict RE's ability to take price hikes going forward as well. And also, of course, at current prices, definitely, the stock has corrected, but valuations are still not cheap if we have to speak about Eicher. And with market share coming in, with pricing ability probably being not as strong as what it was earlier with these launches, there could still be some downside left. So currently we have a sell rating on Eicher.
Rohit Paradkar of Overdrive is also with us. Rohit had a chance to look at the Harley and the Triumph bike as yet.
Not the Triumph one. The Triumph will happen
today. That's going to be today. 1 o'clock.
Yes, we are waiting for that a little while from now. It should be out.
Okay. But you did have a feel from it when it launched in London last week, right?
Sort of, yes. So I think, I'll go with what everyone's saying here. And that's absolutely right that there are now more options, in the segment. And more options are not always good. But this time around, it's going to be extremely nice because the market has matured now. And these options are exactly what, the market wanted.
So thoughts on Hero? Pricing looks attractive. The specifications, look pretty good. How do you see this premium motorcycle segment playing out from here on?
See, I think it's going to be very interesting because, there are two approaches that we've seen in the past, right? We've seen Yazdi, Java, Honda all trying to break that Royal Enfield barrier. And no one's really been able to worry Royal Enfield so much. Even today, like you said, they're enjoying a 90% share. But now with Harley and Triumph coming in, things are going to get very interesting because, see, typically people aspire to upgrade from a Royal Enfield to a Harley Davidson or a Triumph motorcycle. There are other brands as well, but these two, obviously. And now with these two brands entering Royal Enfield space, and that too at tempting price tags. And again, finance is also pretty easy to get these days. So customers are definitely going to have options. They're also going to have the spending capacity. And, these vehicles look very good, not just in terms of the way they appear, but also on the spec sheet. So it's going to be very interesting here on because Harley and Triumph are two very big brands that are entering this segment. And probably they will have a better chance than what Yazdi, Java or Honda have had in the past.
No, got that. In terms of pricing, if I can sort of ask you, and we will, of course, know today afternoon, Rohit, do you think Bajaj will find it harder to price their product above, what Hero has done for Harley? So, I mean,
I'm
in that
sure
sense,
it's going to come at a
go on.
premium. I'm definitely sure it's going to come at a premium. I don't think, they will be able to price it neck to neck with a Harley Davidson, the X440 that we've seen. I think it's going to be more because the equipment that we've seen on that vehicle, the kind of tires they're using, the suspension, even the overall quality, the fit and finish, it all seems to point in the direction of a more premium price tag. So I am sure that they are going to go a little closer to the KTM 390s in terms of their pricing, because even in terms of the specs and the performance, they are sort of targeting that segment. And it's only the design or the appearance where they are going with that modern retro approach that Royal Enfield has been known for all these years. So they are trying to hit that midway point where they are giving you KTM performance and Royal Enfield kind of modern retro designs. So I'm guessing the price also is going to be in between. It's not going to be as low as a Royal Enfield or even, for that matter, the Harley Davidson X440, but it is going to go more towards the KTM 390s. That's my estimate.
Vasudev, getting back to the auto sales numbers, what, according to you, what was the reason for Hero MotoCorp's dismal performance? Auto sales numbers down 10%, volumes in the month of June. What's hurting them? And do you anticipate a recovery?
So if you look at the retail numbers, more or less, this is the last month of marriage season. And more or less, nobody will be willing to pile up inventory at this juncture, especially with festive season being in late October this year, unlike early October or late September in previous year. So that's why I suppose post-July, your wholesales will start looking good as a precursor to festive season inventory getting added in the system. But if you look at the retail numbers, they were pretty much normal. So nothing much to take merely from the wholesale numbers as such.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Thanks so much for joining in and giving us your view on this exciting premium bike segment. Let's see how that shapes up. For the time